Hey everybody, welcome to Fire in the Hole. Got up to 94 subscriptions today. I was excited about that. It's really cool. So I was thinking I might bust out that tincture tonight and just enjoy it regardless of the subscriptions. Still unsure about that. I'll have something to do first. So busted out Todd Slater Primus. Again from Montebello Amnesia Rock Fest. One of the best times of my life. So tonight, the first video so far, I got 2 pods left from Dave, 2 Naga Morich caramel, and these little puppies I know can be very painful, so I'm going to eat both of them. You can see they're flushing a little bit there, the caramel, but they're mostly green and they taste green too. So cut the big boy in half and see what he's made out of. And I'm probably going to knock out those seeds because I really don't feel like eating seeds tonight. But you can see there's lots of placenta, but there's not a lot of caramel color in there. At least there's no blackness. That's what I was worried about. So I'm going to chop out a few of these seeds here. Leave the placenta intact as best I can. Just don't want to eat seeds. I'm a big fan of that. There we go. 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed. Click, click, click. Alright, that'll do. Alright, I got them. Most of them out. Alright. Second little fella. Get the seeds out of that guy too. I don't know if I'm going to keep these seeds. Maybe. Naga Morich caramel. Oh, almost spilled the apple juice. Cardinal sin. Oh, the little stem came off. Okay. Well, we're going to do like that. Alright, and there's 1 more seed. No, 2 more seeds. Hello, 3 more seeds. Oh, you guys are hiding in there. Wow. Trying not to be found. Okay. Well, no. Oh, 1 more. Oh, you guys are sneaky. Come on. Holy crap. Apparently 1 seed wants to be eaten. Come on, out of there. There you go. Alright, so we got 2 pods. Tail fell off this guy, the stem, the tail. Alright, so 3 minutes of lollygagging. I expect this is going to be pretty painful pod challenge here. So, further ado, 94 subs, fire in the hole. And that's it for the Dave pods. Down the hatch. Ooh, no power walla. That's interesting. Seeds, though. There's some heat coming. Actually, I thought that would be a lot nastier tasting than it was. I don't know what to think of that. I suspect that it's going to be a creeper like the one last night, sneaking up on me. I don't know. It's hot for sure. I just wonder if it's going to start beating up the back of my mouth, back of my throat, like last night. Just started to flare up. It just kept coming. Different pods though. That was Purple Ghost Scorpion. And this one's a Naga Morich caramel. Caramel Ghost for all intents and purposes. And the burn is very reasonable. I'm nervous. I'm suspecting that it's going to really start to beat me up, but I don't know. Maybe I need some apple juice to help it along. I think I noticed last night that that's when it started to really get crazy. It was after I had a few sips, and it seemed to sort of wake it up. Mm. That's not bad pepper at all. I wonder what they look like when they get really ripe. Dave takes them down when they're kind of greenish. And I know that they can go a little farther than that, I think. I don't know much about it yet. A little burn coming. A little burn. A baby burn. I suspect for a non-chili head that'd be brutal. And put, for me, maybe a 3 or 4 in there somewhere. It's getting me on the tongue a little. I'm starting to get it. Feel a little bit. Look at my sleeve. Oh, wrong one. I always do that. Yeah, this primer shirt came from Montebello, Amnesia Rockfest. Your Primus played. We also had Alice in Chains, and Megadeth, Suicidal Tendencies, Fishbone. It was one hell of a year. We got much stimulants into us. And at the end of it all, I head back to the tent. We were crashed out in a cornfield. Everybody was tenting in this cornfield. I flopped out on my back, and there's zero light pollution out there in Montebello. And when I looked up, I've never seen the sky have more white than black. There was more white dots than black space. I've never seen that in my life. It was just like a, I mean, yes, my perception was a little altered, but it was truly a remarkable experience. And then Steve lent me his BlackBerry, had one of those stargazing apps on there where you can just identify all the constellations, and I just went nuts. I lay there for probably an hour just staring at the constellations through this BlackBerry. It was very cool. Second night was incredible too. The first night was really incredible. The second night was just awesome because we doubled up on everything. So we were in fine shape. And it was like a 50-mile walk to the truck to get water and supplies because we humped in our tent and stovetop and all that stuff. By the time it was time to pack out all our gear, we brought in several loads over the 2 days. One time, oh, Steve and Hillary will love this one. We take off for the truck, and because we got to fill up our water, we got all our empty water jugs, and we do the hike. We go down the train tracks, and because they wouldn't let us park them where we were supposed to park because they had the streets closed. They had the town was closed, so we had to park in this farmer's field. It was charging, I think, $50 or $60 to park in this cornfield. But lots of us got caught out. We were there too late to get past the barriers, the barricades. So we walk there with our empty jugs, and we get to the truck, and I realize that the keys are in my tool bag back at the tent. So I had my cell phone. I called Darlene and said, "What's the code for the door?" And she said, "Oh, it's written on the book that's in the back of the truck." So we skipped on water that time, but then I made it up to everybody. We packed up all our gear to pack out on the Sunday. We carried it all to the barrier where the gate was, and I walked to the truck and brought the truck into town and loaded up the truck like that. So I did the long walk by myself to make up for my screw up. But that was one hell of a weekend. We sure had a great time. Must have put on 500 miles. We walked so much. Sunday I got home and I could barely walk. But not quite so young no more. Not a young whippersnapper. Anyways, there's Dave's 2 Naga Morich caramel pods. That's the last of my pods. And so challenges from here on in are going to get pretty saucy, I guess. Maybe I'll do that tincture tonight. I'm not sure. I gotta taste it. I'm dying to taste it. Somebody else said, let the subscribers be damned. Let the numbers, just try some tincture. Forget about the numbers. Kind of promised on the 100, but the 100 will come and go. I just want that custom URL real bad. So thanks everyone for joining me, tasting the pain, tasting the heat, chasing the heat, all that good stuff. Heavy metal hot sauce, Heat 101, another hot review. How many of them can I say all in one breath? I'm uncapped. I know I'm leaving some out. Cheers.